Welcome back, Cheeseheads, to another episode of BAM GPG. So, Packer fans, let's get into Sunday's update here, post game, and what a game it was at Lambeau Field this afternoon. The Packers, Bryson, they moved to 3-1-1 on the season after kind of an up and down 27-18 home win over the Cincinnati Bengals. Josh Jacobs, of course, carried the load once again, finishing with 93 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love did contribute with 259 passing yards, 1 touchdown, did have 1 interception.
I mean, that 1 interception didn't cost a lot.
It did, was it his fault? Kind of.
Yeah.
It was off of pass deflection, but it's one of those throws that throw the ball away, Jordan. There's no reason to force it right there. Throw the ball away, live to see another day. Again, it wasn't necessarily his fault. It was off the receiver's hands, but it is a pass that you don't probably need to force in there to put yourself in that position where it is picked off, as we saw there. Now, this win, Bryson, it wasn't perfect by any means, but the offense, they did find enough rhythm to control the game late into the fourth quarter and lock up another win at home that puts them at 3-0 at home this year. Now, want to talk about the defense here, Bryson. So, defensively, the Packers, they didn't force any turnovers again, but they still made things very, very difficult for Cincinnati and Joe Flacco all afternoon. The front held up.
Credit to Jamar Chase, though.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is a stud. Some of those catches he was making, it's hard to be mad at. It's you almost look at it in admiration, right? A fantastic wide receiver.
Like, I feel like some of the plays, we were guarding them perfectly. He's just a good wide receiver.
He's just good. He's an all-pro wide receiver. You can't get mad at that. It is what it is with Jamar Chase. He's going to get his catches. Now, the front held up, Bryson, pretty well against the run in the matchup this afternoon. The tackling was a lot sharper, and the coverage, it tightened up when it needed to, right? Yeah. You saw a little bit of teasing there with Carrington Valentine and Jamar Chase there kind of towards the end, only to see Jamar Chase score a touchdown shortly after there. So the only real concern for the defense coming out of this one, and it's been an injury thing all year. Devontae Wyatt's out. Can't wait to have him back. But Lukas Van Ness, he was carted off there late in the third quarter with a foot injury. His status is something we'll be monitoring all week as we get closer and closer to the game this next coming Sunday against the Cardinals. But LaFleur post-game interview did say the team does not believe it is anything fractured, which is good news. Simply put, a sore foot, right? So hopefully that's the case. He is going to go under further examination Monday from what the reports are reading. So hopefully it's nothing more than just a sore foot, and we'll see him back out on the field as soon as possible. Again, he's been fantastic all off season leading into this season. He did get his first sack of the season today. So
yeah, Lukas Van Ness, I mean, it sucks for him getting injured, but we got Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary to replace him too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, kicking game. So, as we knew, Brandon McManus, he's still dealing with that quad injury. It's starting to kind of become something to pay real attention to, especially when you are a kicker. The Packers did have Lukas Haversick signed to the roster this week.
He was actually a decent kicker for us, though.
He was 2 for 2, extra points and field goals today. So he looked pretty sharp. They're Packers and our kickers. You are kind of holding your breath a little bit. We felt a little relieved when McManus is in there, but for the most part, Haversick, he looked good, right? So big credit to him for this win, really, right? Without him, it may have been a lot more interesting than what it needed to be. But good news, Bryson, on the offensive side of the ball. As we mentioned earlier this week, Christian Watson was activated from the PUP list and returned to practice. So we don't quite yet know when he's going to be cleared for game action yet, but having him back on the field, that's going to give Green Bay's offense just another gear to kick on, right? When Watson's healthy, he's this unit that becomes really a lot more explosive, right? The Green Bay's offensive unit they're able to stretch the field, kind of go downfield a little bit more, and really open things up for some of your receivers
Yeah.
like Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs, and Wicks even. So I'm super excited to get Christian Watson back on the field. Will it be this weekend? We'll see how it develops in practice this
I
week.
think he'll be back this weekend.
It would be a good week to ease him in against the Cardinals. Again, when he does come back, I fully anticipate him being on a pitch count, but possibly we'll see how this week in practice develops, but we could possibly
Hopefully,
see him in some limited role against the Cardinals.
hopefully we get a bad Cardinals team.
Absolutely. You never know which Arizona team you're going to get. Now, a quick outlook here, Bryson. So, with this win, the Packers now take over in the Lions loss tonight. The Packers now take over the top spot in the NFC North and currently sit as the number 2 seed in the NFC, right below Tampa Bay. So,
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't mind getting the number 2 seed.
yeah, absolutely. It's still early, but the Packers, 3-1-1. They've positioned themselves nicely here in the NFC, especially NFC North. They're really in control of the division. They're in the driver's seat, right? They can kind of control their own destiny from here on out. Detroit's going to be in the mix. They're going to be a tough out there in the NFC North, but I like where we're sitting right now. Only one loss on the season. You do have that one tie, but 3-1-1. It's pretty decent. Now, some final thoughts here on the game, Bryson. Am I happy with the win? Yes, right? Don't get me wrong, but I really thought this game should have been handled, or this game we should have handled by a lot more than what we did, right? Um,
Yeah, and I want to mention something is wrong with our team. Our offense is good, our defense is good. There's just something missing.
There is. Yeah. And again, this was a game against a struggling Cincinnati team that, as I mentioned, this game we should have handled by a lot more than what we did. Cincinnati, they've been struggling. And at home, I expected a bit more dominance out of the Green Bay Packers here. Still, a win is a win in this league, right? There's a lot to like about what this team is building.
Yeah.
They're young. The defense is playing with confidence. Josh Jacobs continues to be a force in the running game, as well as the receiving game for that matter. And Jordan Love, he looks poised. He looks in command of that offense. And I'm really optimistic about where this team is headed. But I still, Bryson, I still want to see them start finishing games in the way that true contenders do, right? It really want to these teams like Cincinnati, um, Dallas game, you think back to the Cleveland game, you want to start seeing some dominant wins out of this team, especially when you are playing what are considered lesser teams. So Joe Burrowless Cincinnati
Yes.
Bengals isn't a real solid team.
Cincinnati Bengals with a Joe Burrow. That's harder.
It is. Absolutely. So again, you want to start seeing some more dominance
But
out
we
of
did
this
not
team.
have but they did not have a Joe Burrow, so
They didn't. They had a 40-year-old Joe Flacco starting for him today. It is the second time he's seen Green Bay's defense. He does have much better wide receivers there, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase in Cincinnati, but still, you want to see Green Bay start stringing together some dominant wins to kind of solidify themselves amongst the elite, not only in the NFC, but the NFL in total. So again, really excited where we're sitting, 3-1-1, top of the division right now, second seed in the NFC behind Tampa, but you want to start stringing together some dominant wins. Maybe we'll see it this weekend when we hit the road in Arizona before we hit that road in Pittsburgh. So super excited about the games coming up here, Bryson. But we will be back with some more, kind of bring you some updates, let you know some of the how Lukas Van Ness is doing, what his outlook looks like. Brandon McManus, Christian Watson. Will we see him this next coming weekend? We'll be back more this weekend and break down that matchup against the Arizona Cardinals.
yeah.
And as always, Bryson,
It's go Pack go.